I've got all of the Real Halloween Housewives of Cityline gathered here with me to reminisce on our best Halloweens ever, because, of course, this is our time to shine. So, Evie, you are taking it back. What is your best Halloween ever?
So I remember distinctly every Halloween, my dad would take me trick-or-treating to that one house. We all know that one house. But the thing that I remember most is how that one house would scare the bejesus out of my dad every time. They'd get him every time. And the expletives that would come out of his mouth around all of the young children. But my fondest memory is Halloween 2009, because that is the year that my son was born, 3 days before Halloween, my youngest son. I wasn't going to go out trick-or-treating that year. I was going to stay home with him. So my dad came over to take him trick-or-treating, so full circle. But what I didn't know is he was dressing up. Now, he knew that my oldest son, Nolan, who was 2.5, was dressing up as a chicken. So he showed up with a bucket of KFC dressed as Colonel Sanders and took him all around. This little chicken walked him around trick-or-treating. That is my favorite memory.
That is a beautiful memory. Oh, that is lovely. Okay, that witch, you're up next. Do you have a memory of a favorite Halloween, one that just sticks out in your head?
The one that pops out is I actually went to a wedding on Halloween. So we had friends of ours that got married, and it was like from top to bottom, Halloween. Like, she was dressed up like Frankenstein's bride. He was kind of like a Frankenstein. Although everybody came in costume. Yeah. And at first you're kind of like, is it a joke? Like, am I going to be the only one showing up in costume? Right? You're like, it's like, really? It's a costume party wedding? Yeah. But it was actually really fun.
Okay, so they must be obviously over the moon for Halloween.
Yes.
So which, are they still together?
They are.
Okay, just checking.
They are.
Because it sounds like a little kitschy. You know?
The funny thing is, I've never been invited to an anniversary party.
Oh dear. Oh dear. And they should have one every year.
Yeah, they
because
do, right?
Hello, Halloween. Yes. Okay, crew. You are next. Do you have a favorite Halloween memory?
Okay, so it was the 4th grade. I was 9 years old.
Good
my
year.
best friend, a good year. My best friend at the time, her name was Kim Dawson. It was so amazing because I just remember that year there were so many good houses with so many good candies.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you know when you just keep hitting those houses, like, and then you run into all your friends. There was kids everywhere. Back then there wasn't a lot of adults in the street.
Right.
It was all kids, and they would all tell you, don't go to that house, go to this one, go to that one, go to that one. We kept making so many stops to her house and dropping off the bags, and her father was like, this is enough, guys. We're like, no, we got to go back out. We were going back out, and I learned a trick that year from another kid. We went into one of the buildings, because we were hitting all the houses, and he goes, no, go to the buildings. He goes, what you do is you take the elevator to the top floor. He goes, watch me. And then he goes, and we go, okay. And he goes, this is how it's done. And he runs down the hall and he goes, bang, 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 bang on all the doors. And everybody comes out at the same time. And they all just wait, right? So then you just go, chick or treat, chick or treat, chick or treat, chick or treat. And I was like, that is amazing. Recess the next day, we were very popular. Yes.
You were a nuisance. I love it.
And they don't come out. And they just stand there and they wait.
How about you, Urs? Best Halloween ever?
Yeah, my best Halloween ever. I don't know if I could top Crew's game on that, ladies. That was pretty intense.
It's pretty good.
That, I tip of my hat to you.
Right?
For my crown. Mine was taking the year that I learned to take, instead of a sleeping bag or a little.
You mean like a pillowcase?
A pillowcase.
A pillowcase.
For me, I'm quite.
Like a sleeping bag. That's a good idea.
Listen, for me, I'm quite big,
that.
so I can fit into everything. I've been trying to slim down, as you know, but no. A pillowcase, and I would take the pillowcase. Instead of that, I went to the garbage bag year.
The garbage bag.
And it would just be loaded,
That's
and loaded,
right.
and loaded, and loaded. You do not look this way, you know, without reason and due cause.
Oh, right. Okay, it's the garbage bag tip over here, and over there it's knock on every door in the building. How about you, Molly? Best Halloween
Best
ever.
Halloween ever. Well, I have every day that's Halloween, which is every day.
For you.
But I would say when I was 12,
Yes.
I'd finally convinced my mother to let us make an entire haunted house through the entire castle.
So you've always been like this.
So I spent months picking up dead rats, cobwebs, anything you could find.
Molly.
Putting a freezer in the hallway with someone to jump out from it. And every year we'd add more and more. And how many people could we make scream and cry? The neighbors hated us and loved us. All the children were screaming. It made me so happy. So happy. And then you know what you do at the end to make them even angrier?
What?
You give them toothbrushes.
Oh!
No candy, just a toothbrush.
You're okay. I've got My favorite Halloween ever. I actually was not a child at all. This was mid-90s. And my friend Ian Andre Espinay had this party, and it's called Amnesia. And so every year for Halloween, it would be a costume party. So you're in the club, the music is banging, it's bumping. We would go, I was always somebody from the 70s, because I want to wear a halter top and the bell bottoms, or a tight little skirt and a turtleneck, always rocking a fro. Those were the best Halloweens, and there was probably no chocolate even involved. And they were amazing. So Halloween is a good time, not just for you, honey, with the dead rats, but for all of us.